The Bibi Naija finalists. Joining me in the studio, I have got the one, the only. I've got Onyeka, Ozee, Wanni, and Victoria in the house.
Yay.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Yo, welcome.
Thank you.
We're out of the house. We're now back in civilization. Back to fuel cube.
Freedom.
Back to freedom, as it speaks. What has been the biggest shock or surprise so far since leaving the house? Victoria, we'll start with you.
Honestly, I'm just very surprised with the love. Like, the love was so overwhelming, and I've just been focusing on the positivity so far. It's really amazing. The love I received it's overwhelming.
I love that. Positive vibes only. Wanni, how about you? What has been the biggest shock since leaving the house?
Same. Like, firstly, I always said on the show that I did not expect to be top 2 or even make it to the final week. Then coming out and knowing that people were rooting for me, my energy squad, like, and seeing my babies, my chihuahuas, Shawn and Handy, was like top notch.
I'm sure. Ozee, how about yourself? What has been the biggest shock since coming out the house?
No shock. More like just appreciation for the love and support, you know, and people just telling me I did them proud. That was the goal. So just taking it all in pretty
Absolutely.
much. Yeah.
And last but not least, Onyeka, how about you? What's been the biggest shock or surprise since coming out the house?
The support, the opportunities, my fans, they are lit. So yeah, like, everything is just nice, but I would say it's actually the support, the opportunities, and my fans.
Absolutely. So if you're just joining in, I'm here with 4 of the finalists of Big Brother Season 9, No Loose Guard, where 8 individual housemates were, of course, up for eviction in week 10. Those up for eviction, or rather up for winning, was also Kellyrae, Wanni, Onyeka, Victoria, Nelly, Ozee, Anita, and Sooj. Now, the housemates with the lowest votes that were evicted were, of course, Sooj, Anita, Ozee, Nelly, and Victoria. The top 3 housemates were Kellyrae, Wanni, and Onyeka. Onyeka was evicted next to the top 2 housemates, and that, of course, left Kellyrae and Wanni. Wanni was the first runner-up before Kellyrae took it home. So I do want to ask you, especially Wanni, obviously you're the first runner-up. Did you feel like you were going to win? And when your name wasn't called, how did you feel? Were you disappointed?
Like I said, for me, I came to the show for 3 major reasons: brand promotion, growth, and to make friends. And I accomplished every single one of them. So I felt I won. And I said earlier, I didn't even think I was going to make it to the last week. So being top 2 was amazing, and I'm happy for Kellyrae. He deserves it.
Absolutely.
And I wish him all the best.
Absolutely. Now, a big part of your journey were the relationships that you formed in the house. I think what I liked about you is I felt you were very authentic. Actually, all of you guys pretty much, you know, you went through what you went through, and you did it unapologetically on the show. But yourself especially, I think you really put yourself out there, particularly with Shawn. That relationship was very quick. It seemed from the perspective of the viewer that the relationship, the bond, the whatever it was, formed very quickly. Why do you think that was?
Because people only got to see what was on the show. But Shawn and I, like I've said in numerous interviews, I'd already met outside the show, but we never spoke. But seeing him out there was that connection. So I think that's what just blossomed in the house.
Okay. In a previous interview that you did mention that you felt a sort of like tension between yourself and Victoria, kind of because of Shawn. Can you elaborate on that?
So when we got to the house the first week and she was quite in a shell, I asked Shawn, I'm like, does she like you? Is she comfy? The fact that we're getting together.
So you felt like she liked him?
At that point, but we cleared it up, so we're good.
Okay, all good now. Heading over to Victoria. Hey girl. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Awesome. So obviously your journey in the house, it started off a little bit rocky.
Yes, it did.
It's come to our knowledge that you and Shawn had a little bit of friction before going into the house, and that kind of like created a sort of rocky start. But eventually you did blossom into your own shell. So let's walk back to the beginning when you first entered the house with Shawn. What was it like not really having your partner as your guy in the house? What was that experience like for you?
So, to be fair, going into the house, I feel like I wouldn't call it a friction like you said. I would just say we had petty arguments, which friends would normally have on a regular, which is totally fine. But going into the house, I sort of figured that we were both struggling. He made mention of him struggling as well. And at that point, he spoke about my energy being a little bit draining, and he needed like that bubbly energy, and I was really struggling as well. Do you understand? I did not want to project my low down time on him, so I had to just like take a step back and process my own emotions and just like deal with what it was I was dealing with on my own, while he was able to like focus on his as well.
Why
so I
do
just
you feel-
wanted us to, have space and be able to.
But why do you feel like you did struggle so much at the beginning?
To be honest, walking into the house, a lot would happen. Like I always say it, I give kudos to every housemate, previous housemate has walked into the house, because going to the house, you never know what you'd expect. I walked in with so much confidence, and all of a sudden, I felt so weird. I felt down. I was just like drowning. But regardless, I'm glad I was able to just like move past it, and it's been great so far.
Absolutely. Like I said, you did definitely blossom into your own whilst in the
Thank
house.
you.
Even towards the end, some may say that there seemed to be a little bit of a love triangle. Yeah, I know it's a little bit awkward because we're all here, but hey, listen, we're all here. We're all going to talk about it. It seemed as though you and Ozee were getting closer towards the end of the show, which viewers were kind of like, what's going on? Because they did notice that there seemed to be a little bit of tension between yourself and Onyeka. So do you want to speak on the relationship with Ozee and what that was whilst you were in the house?
So to be honest, it's just friendship, and I think I'll just leave it there for now. It's just
Okay.
friendship, yeah. nothing
Okay,
more.
just friendship for now, Onyeka. Hey, girl.
Hi, girl.
What's going on, girl?
What's going on, girl?
So rightfully so, I need to obviously ask you the same question because, like I said, it seemed to be like a little bit of a love triangle of some sorts whilst in the house, with even so much as a little kiss that was shared between yourself and Ozee. I know you know what I'm talking about, girl. We all saw. Listen, it's all over the Instagram, Twitter. We all saw it. So what was the relationship between you and Ozee? Was it just like a strategy thing? Obviously, did you know that Ozee was also getting close to Victoria? Talk to us about everything from your perspective.
Well, like Ozee and I think from first week, right, we were friends. We had the whole, what did they call us? Checkers vibe going on. And that was what it was. I had no business with what he had with Victoria. That was their own friendship. I was focused on my friendship with Ozee, and we are still friends.
Okay. Ozee also recently said when he came out the house that he is in a relationship. Did that or does that make you feel any type of way?
No, because we are friends.
But do you kiss your friends?
I mean, I guess, but I mean, doesn't mean that we are not friends.
Okay. So the status of the relationship is strictly friendship.
Yeah, it's strictly friendship.
Strictly friendship. All right. It's only right that I come back to the man in question, the criminal in black. It is, of course, Ozee Mbadiwe. What's going on, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. Your brother was here last week, and
Yep.
we chopped it up. We talked about a whole lot, and his perspective of some of the things that happened within the house. I've asked the two ladies about the love triangle. I want to hear from your perspective because recently you came out to say in interviews afterwards that you are in a relationship outside of the house. So talk to us about what was going on. What we were seeing, was it Ozee, the lover boy, Ozee the player, or Ozee playing the game?
Well, I'll tell you this. I've been saying the camera shows, but it doesn't see.
Okay.
Do you understand? So we in the house just understand how we operate. I did mention that I was in a relationship in the beginning anyway.
In the very beginning.
Yeah. So it's not like something that was surprising. It's not Ozee the player, Ozee anything. It's just Ozee. I think a lot of people don't know. I'm very comfortable around women anyway. My actual closest friend is a girl. We've been tight for like 24 years. So just having friends and being able to show affection is just how I genuinely operate. So and when in the house, it's a game at the end of the day. You make friends, you have each other's backs. You can't. No man is an island in there for sure. So that was just what it was, pretty much.
I think one of the most beautiful things to see this season was the relationship between the two sets of twins that were in the house. I think that it's so beautiful to see that close bond. Of course, you and Ozee being extremely close. What was it like when he left the house? And obviously Wanni and Handy. But we'll start with you. What was it like when your twin brother, also your partner, left the house?
Well, it was like we got into this because it was an opportunity to get into this together. I don't know if I would have gone into it on my own. Do you understand? So when that happened, it was like, oh damn. But still eyes on the prize. Either way, like thing about twins is a victory for one is a victory for both.
Period.
Yeah. So I just said, okay, I'll keep your spirit with me and I'll keep riding.
I'll take it and I'll run with it. How about you, Annie? Was it the same for you?
It was harder for me because Handy and I, like, she's my wife, she's my soulmate. And, we entered the competition as a peer. So we were not expecting to be separated.
Said wife.
And she looked for the finger.
Separated.
Right.
So it hit me very hard when she left in the 8th week. But like I always said, I feel like it was a blessing in disguise, especially for me to like just show myself more to the audience outside the shapes that I formed with Handy and Shawn. And it was an amazing 2 weeks without her, but now it's going to be an amazing life with her.
Absolutely. One of the moments that you guys really teamed up as twins was, of course, with the whole Ruthie situation. Now we can't overlook it. We got to talk about it. I want to hear what really happened in that instance from your perspective.
To be honest, it's faded memory.
It's faded memory.
Yeah, like,
should I pull up the clip? We can.
Like, really, even if you pull up the clip, like in that particular instance, like the issues that happened, and like I've talked about it enough, is in the past. I wish her all the best. I haven't saw her last night.
Okay, so where does the relationship stand now?
As it is.
Which is, you guys are cordial, you guys are friendly. What is the vibe?
There's no cordial there, but just people that knew each other. So yeah.
Okay, people that lived in a house and I guess went through an experience together. All right, interesting. Heading back to Victoria. Now, everybody said that, nothing happens between yourself and Shawn. And, I also think I loved your relationship and your friendship with Cassia. It seemed genuine, but there are some people that thought that, maybe it's like strategy. What would you have to say about that? Was the friendship genuine?
Definitely. It was a very genuine friendship. I don't force connection. That's one thing about me. And when I just feel like if the friendship is going to happen, it's going to happen. If you're not supposed to force anything. And with her, I was just naturally attracted to her, to her energy, her bubbly personality, her positivity. She's just a very nice, genuine person, and I did not have to like force anything. It just happened, and we're friends, very good friends.
Who do you feel like the biggest game players or the biggest strategists in the house were?
So there are lots of game players, but I'll just stick with it. One is married.
Okay.
But everyone did well. Everyone brought in their A game. Yeah, so that's how I feel.
How about yourself, Onyeka? Who do you think were the biggest game players in the house? Who do you think was, using strategy to kaku? Questions. But do you have the answers?
I actually don't know.
Okay, you didn't care. Just everybody doing their own thing. Right.
Focused on me, right?
Focus on you. And you know what? I feel like that focusing on you thing was a common theme this season. I don't know if you guys have seen online, but a lot of people said that this season in particular was quite boring. So much so that Biggie sent in Toke Makiwa into the house to try and spice things up. So from you guys' perspective, obviously you were in the house. So yes, there were little bits and drips and drops of drama. But why do you think this season was labeled as the sort of boring season? Anybody can answer this, because this is honestly for everybody. Everybody was in the house together.
I can go. So firstly, I know that it was less chaotic than previous, and I just think people are not used to seeing people just being calm, cool, collected, and people just not wanting to be so confrontational all the time. But coming out of the show, firstly, I know that people watch the show from just the engagement I'm getting on pictures. If the show was so boring, I won't be having over 11,000 comments on a picture I post. So I'm like, I think, when you sit down to watch a movie that you're like, it's boring, but let me just see what happens in the end. But when you go through this movie and at the end you're like, okay, it wasn't though so bad, even if it was quite slow. So I think that's what the season was. It was different, but I think it was quite interesting with the kind of ships that were formed and the kind of alliances that were formed in the house.
Okay, Ozee, how about you? Why do you think this season was kind of coined the boring season?
Hey, the word boring is subjective. I think it's more so like people think a lot of people are used to chaos being entertaining, but I just look at us as the sacrificial set to show that you can come in this thing, and if you truly stay clean, no reason, right? Which is your attitude is calm, It's diplomatic. It's mature. I think we showed a lot of people that you can actually be that way and be successful. There's a whole bunch of, like, Nigeria is divided into so many different types of people. Just because, like, some people like chaos, there's also some people that respect maturity and how you handle things. And from now on, I bet you, moving forward, when people are applying, people that are like that will be like, okay, I can actually come on this and be successful. I don't have to come and pretend to be something I'm not, or force fights or all kinds of crazy things. I tell people, Big Brother is 10 weeks and then there's life after. Don't make temporary decisions that cause permanent pain.
Absolutely.
That's all I have to say.
How about yourself, Onyeka?
Well, like, for me, I was like, the ships in here, like,
It was a lot.
It was a lot to me, so.
Who do you
That's
feel like
to me,
were in genuine ships, though? Do you feel like all the ships were genuine? Because there were a number of ships.
Well, I just feel like they met each other where they were at that moment. So I cannot really say this one is genuine or not, because you know how relationships are.
No, but you to a certain extent, because you're in it. You're in the house. You're seeing these people. So you kind of know who naturally gravitates towards each other, who has that physical energy of, like, kind of wanting to be together, no?
Well, I was really busy in the house. You know, I was really busy, right? So I didn't have time for so many things. Like, that's your business. That's your business. This is my little interesting life here.
Okay.
So I was really busy with that.
Okay. Everybody busy. Last but not least, Victoria, why do you think the season was quite kind of like the boring season?
So I feel like a lot of people might be used to negativity and chaos. This set was quite peaceful and it was versatile. There were lots of amazing personalities that a lot of people have actually not seen before. Being an introvert, going to the show, people would definitely just be like, oh, okay, what is she going to do? Do you understand? But you don't have to be chaotic to be able to, like, make things move and just, like, trend and all.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, and I think that also the season, the age range was slightly older than maybe previous seasons. So a lot of people were more mature going into the house as well. So that maturity definitely shined through. So let's talk about future plans. I'm going to start with you, Wanni. First of all, let's talk about the future for you and Shawn. I saw that recently you guys posted together. A little, you know, his arm here, my knee there. So what is the current status of your relationship with him? What's going on with y'all?
We're just getting to know each other some more. I mean, Shawn is an amazing person, and like I've said, he's someone I respect so much, and no matter what, whether we date or not, it's a for life thingy. It's my person.
Okay. All right. So future plans for you. We'll start with you. What do you have in the pipeline?
You guys know I'm a badass DJ, so DJing all the way. We're planting our roots here, but the plan is to go global, tour around the world, Africa, the whole world. The whole world is going to be our playground. We're starting up an NGO. I'm going into podcasting. We also have a YouTube channel called More of Wanni Handy that we're going to go back to, because people seem to love our content pretty much. So we want to just go into that live DJ content. Spread our wings and fly and make so much money.
I like that. Make this money. Victoria, how about you? How are you going to make this money, girl?
So I'm pretty much focused on business. I will definitely expand my travel company, which I've started working on already. And I'm honestly just ready to explore. I'm willing to go into production as well. I just want to explore pretty much and see what's out there for me. But basically, I'm going to just like focus on my travel company for now.
Okay, your travel company. How about you, Onyeka? What you got in the pipeline?
Hair care, you know, my hair care. Like, I just need people to actually get that remedy, because it did a lot for me in my life. So I would like to extend that, you know, help to other people. And I would love to also focus on my entertainment law and my law in general. You know, I was a lawyer before I came in. Exactly.
So you're going to get back in
over half a decade. I can't throw that away. So I have to
Yes.
focus on that as well. I have to focus on, like, my directing, script writing, you know, content creating, writing music, actually, because that was something I was really good at. Wow, talent choke, but you know,
yes,
I'm going to do all that. And I'm also open to very serious things, like helping those that have been experienced trauma. As you know, that was a very big thing for me in the house, you know, helping them to be more vulnerable. I would also like to work with more serious organizations, maybe UN, AU. You know, I have a lot to offer to our country, Nigeria, and all nations everywhere around the world. So I'm really open to a lot of beautiful things, and that's
Growth. Growth, period. Last but not least, Ozee, how about you? What does the future have in store for Mr. Mbadwe?
Well, first of all, I believe collaboration is a new word for competition. So looking at all my housemates and everything in the house, I would always try to see different areas where we can collaborate and exchange value for value. So I'm going to explore that with them because we went on this journey together. Aside that, prior to going in, I already had one foot in the entertainment space. In fact, I have a movie coming out soon. Should be on Netflix, so look out for that. So I'm going to keep exploring that, acting from the front end. I was working on some movie projects here and in South Africa before, so I'm going to carry that on, especially with this platform. Public service, working on some initiatives with that I'm going to try to partner with Lagos, and of course I'm from Imo State as well. Yeah, that, just some empowerment programs, and a lot of brand collaborations are coming as well. So look out for that.
All right, everything good, choke. I'm so happy and excited for each and every single one of you guys. Well done, because honestly, being in that house, it couldn't have been easy with so many different people from different works of life while trying to maintain steeze and composure, be true to yourself, and stay mature and make your family proud. I know it couldn't have been easy. So congratulations on the completion of Big Brother, y'all.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this. And also, don't forget to check out all the other content on the other shows on the Beat 99.9 FM.